Hello everyone, this is Vs Creed here. Sorry for no intro because this one is gonna be a long one. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my filler episode. Fillers? Wait a minute. This shouldn't have no fillers. Oh no, this is Dragon Ball Z and Naruto all over again. No! Whatever, I might as well just deal with it. Anyway, time for the usual recap of what's been going on. Right now, I'm still stuck at level 6, where the name of the game here is the change in platforming mechanics when you gravity switch. The thing, just to remind you for those just now seeing this, the difference in this stage is that when you gravity switch, you just seen it, the platforms change direction with you. And that was just the first half. The second half, the platforms move faster, and when you jump off a platform, it stands motionless. All this is trying to mess up your movements and trying to get you off guard, while the enemy pretty much just tries to take you out in the midst of the confusion. But now, unlike the last time when I was going crazy because of who knows what was going on inside of my head, now things are calm now. We're in a state of calm. Everything is good. We're now thinking good things. We're thinking positive things while I shoot all these pieces of crap into scrap. So now that I have my fill of going back and forth through this stage, countlessly dying, I'm now blazing through this stage like I was meant to again. And already we're about to head to the boss room. And since I didn't tell you in detail about the boss in the last episode, here's the full 411. I was about to say 911. There's no freaking emergency. Hell, whatever. Anyway, you notice how quick that one particular machine turned red while the other ones are still taking damage? In the expert mode of this boss, these three machines now turn red at different points during the battle. So the first one goes to red more quickly than the rest, and goes slower with each passing blow. The trick here is they try to make you go into a false insecurity so you can defeat them early, which gives you less platforms and less of a chance of survival. So you cannot be fooled by that. Instead, just leave them all red until you get all three of them red. But the problem with that is, now you gotta deal with longer jumping. And that's a long distance to jump right there. Anyway, time for endgame. Yes! Yosh! Victory dancing in his house! Oh, did you notice the Easter egg in that game? In that boss background? Does anyone remember R-Type? Personally, I never played the game, but that was one of the stage bosses, or the whole stage in itself. Anyway, that was just a little Easter egg for the boss room in stage 6. Now for the typical boss run. Final stage time. As you just saw, just easily took care of the first boss. And now for the Psycho Laser version of the second boss, where they just go crazy with the lasers. The speed of the lasers just go haywire. And as you saw, I just lost my freaking armor. I'm just telling you, it's just hard to keep the armor in this stage. I was trying to keep the armor throughout the entire stage, but it's just freaking hard to. And it gets really hard when you're up against a boss like this, where now I can't sacrifice the armor anymore. Yep, that sucked. Anyway, now since I can't afford to sacrifice my life or my armor, now I have to avoid this boss. Do you see the madness I gotta go through trying to dodge this thing? That's what they really expect you to do on the first time. The first time I had the armor. Now that I don't, or I gotta keep my armor going throughout, it's just brutal. Oh, two things. I had to edit some of the stuff, the shorter stuff, so sorry for the immediate skip to the next scene. Also, you noticed in the beginning of Stage 7, now in Expert Mode, you don't have the option to get any weapons before you come in. You get nothing. So you better hope that you come into this final stage with something. As usual, I prefer to go in with the powered up gun and with the armor. The armor is practically a must, but it's definitely not a guarantee. Woo-wee! Now for the real fun. The first two were just nothing. But now for the hard stretch. Because now I gotta dodge this boy. And from personal experience, I just tell you, the stretch from the 3rd, 4th, and 5th level bosses in this boss rush is definitely the hardest to deal with. I couldn't tell you how many times I died with that boss, the 4th boss that's coming up, and my favorite boss, the 5th level boss. It is just god awful. Look at this. Now I cannot afford to die anymore. I gotta afford. Never mind. Honestly, that's probably the only time I was able to get through that 4th level boss without a scrape. I usually would lose the armor by this point, that past point, or this point. Because now I gotta deal with Mr. Laser Happy. Yes, a whole bunch of this now. Like I said, it would be out of the 3rd boss, the 4th boss, or this boss that would trip me up. It just won't work. Oh man, okay, quit changing subject. Like I said, sorry about not having the intros like I used to. Like, this became insanely long. So to make it up to you, if there are enough comments and enough good ratings, I'm willing to show you my true face. I'm not lying. I will show you the face behind the voice. If enough people comment and I get decent ratings, not from the two that usually probably rates in. Thank you, the two of you who actually choose to rate. I thank you very kindly. But yeah, I will show you my face if I get enough ratings and comments. No joke, no strings attached. I take a picture of myself and show it in my next motivator intro since this one's so long that I couldn't do it. And on that note, filler episodes suck. Yeah, you know, like Naruto is infamous for those long filler episodes that just plain suck. You pretty much go nowhere with Naruto. I like Naruto, but dang, 100 episodes or more of fillers just to get to the next part? That's just nuts. Anyway, off subject. I might as well just go ahead and tell you how the last boss works while I got about a few seconds left. This time the boss is not defenseless. This time it's able to shoot at you, and you cannot go under it like I did the first time round, because it will shoot backwards if you try to go under it. Not to mention the speed of the cannons will change every time you beat one of the computer cores. So now, as I let you know, I'm about to die again. And this is the video before my very last one. So stay tuned, because the last video is it. It'll be over after this. So until then, I die and goodbye.